Greetings, everyone. Tim Anderson here, aka Renfell, and welcome to the latest episode of the Lotro Cooking in Real Life show, where I take recipes from the Lord of the Rings online, MMORPG, or the Lord of the Rings books, make them in the kitchen with Chris, and then present them here on YouTube for all of you to enjoy. I know it's been a minute. We didn't do a lot of experimentation cooking through the summer months, but now that it's getting colder again, I'm in sweaters, beanies, sweatpants. It's quite chilly here in our hometown, home city of Mexico City. So it's lots of cooking going on right now. And we're starting to get back around to doing some new recipes that we haven't done in about a year. So with that in mind, we're going to jump into green pea soup, which I didn't quite do the recipe from the Lotro game. Theirs calls for mint leaves, and I don't put mint in mine, but I do use nice crispy bacon. Mm. So without further ado, let's jump in to our recipe and let you sink your teeth in. And before you go, don't forget that if you like this video and you want more, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you get updates for all the future content in this series. And of course, don't forget to check out the other recipes in the Lotro Cooking in Real Life series. Let's go into the kitchen. Alright, today we're going to be doing split pea soup, and I've got some peas here, some rashers of bacon, onion, garlic, and we're going to be putting some spices in there as well, making this delicious recipe. So follow along, let's get started. One of the first things you want to do, because this is the thing that takes the longest, is go ahead and get your beans boiling, because it'll take a little bit to get that done. I usually start off with 2 to 1 in terms of water to beans, let those come to a boil, and then bring it down to a simmer. They don't take that long to cook, so you just want to cook them until they're kind of softened, and you may need to add some more water as you go along, so we'll be adjusting that and taking a look at that as we dive in. Alright, next up we want to get our bacon going. So that nice sizzle. We don't actually need all of this bacon, but I'm cooking extra because I use it for other things. Alright, a couple of things here. The beans, the water's already starting to reduce, so we've brought this down. We're simmering it right now. We're going to let those start to soften. We may need to add some more water here in a bit, but right now we're just going to let those continue to simmer. The bacon, however, is done, so we're going to go ahead and pull that out and get that on a plate so that it's draining. And what we're going to do next is we're going to take about half of this bacon grease out, and we're going to save it for future recipes, and the rest we're going to use to cook up our onion and garlic. Alright, got a nice smoke going on because it's still hot. Listen to the sizzle as we put our veggies in. We're going to go ahead and brown these down and get these prepped for adding into the soup. Alright, as you can see, our beans are simmering away nicely. We're going to go ahead and get the rest of our stuff added to here for the moment so we can start getting some of the flavor into the beans. So first up, we're going to take our onions and garlic, get those added in. Next up is bacon, which we have chopped down. And you can put as much as you want. This is basically 3 slices of bacon chopped up finely. Next up is some thyme, some parsley, some black pepper, and some salt. And now we're going to get all this stirred up, incorporate it into here. I'm going to get some more water added in. Not a lot. We just want this to the point where the beans are basically covered by a slight little bit of water there. Then we're going to go ahead and partially cover this. You want to leave a little bit of this open at one end so that you don't get the foam bubbling out and everything else, but you do want to cover this a little bit so that you don't lose all of the steam, so that it helps cook the beans a little bit faster. And we're going to go ahead and leave that on a very low heat to simmer for another 30 minutes or so, and then we're going to check to see how the beans are. Alright, this has been boiling for about 30 minutes and it's ready to serve. Now, I just like to serve mine straight up just like this. You can use an immersion blender if you like. to make this into a cream soup if you would like, but I just like to serve mine as is. Let's go eat. Alright everybody, it is now time for the taste test. This soup is something that you can eat by itself, which I'm going to be doing here today because it's a light lunch for me. But it's also great with a sandwich, especially, remember how we cooked a lot of the excess bacon earlier today? Now I'm going to be using that bacon in other recipes. But this goes great with like a BLT, bacon sandwich or something. But you can have this with a lot of different dishes, whatever you choose to pair it with. Otherwise, it is great on its own. I'm going to dive in now. It's really hot, but let's have a taste test here. Now, if you're like me, and you like garlic, you can always put more garlic in it too. But I'm a big fan of this soup. And it's something where you can make it in a big batch, and you have enough of it, you can freeze it in the freezer, have it for leftovers tomorrow, and pull things out as you need to from the freezer and have this to eat for the next few weeks. In any case, hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully you're as hungry as I am. My mouth is really watering now. Dig in. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon so that you get updates for all the future content. Don't forget to check out the other videos in the Lotro Cooking in Real Life series. And of course, enjoy your food like I am, and we'll see you in the next episode.